Hi, I'm Ema from the Sunrise Collection, and this week we are giving you a couple of decluttering tips. Now, firstly, I would just like to apologise that it's taken me so long to post this video up. I did have a request from one of our followers that they would like some decluttering tips. Now, part of the reason why it's taken me so long is, you could also say this is decluttering of my calendar, is right at the beginning of the year, I actually list all of the different topics that I want to cover, or the ideas for my weekly videos for the whole 12 months. I even go in as far a detail of writing the date for each video. And now I can't always think of topics for every week, so there's a few gaps in there, and that is also good for if I just have an epiphany and other ideas that I think would really benefit you. So that's why it's taken me so long to get this decluttering video out, because I was waiting for a gap. Now, batching, which is essentially what I have done with my ideas for the whole year, is one way to declutter your calendar and to declutter all of the times you go from one job to a different job to another job, which can lag on your thinking. It's called like a cognitive overload, and that slows your thinking and your focus and your productivity. So I do that, I batch it that way, and then, but I don't do a whole year of videos like sitting here like this, because things can change and you can have different ideas. But I do batch these videos in months. So I will sit here and have half an hour where I do these videos for a whole month, and that's one way that I declutter my monthly calendar, is that I have batching and time slots or weeks in my month that I do certain tasks. Now, for my house decluttering tip is that I use numbers. Now, I have done quite a lot of decluttering in my life. I have moved houses, oh my God, at least over 10 times. And as I was getting better and learning from each move, I had, decluttered before each move. And the way that, or the main rule that I go by to help me declutter is, for each item, I think, how often do I actually use this item and how many of them do I need? So let's take a simple kitchen tool like a spatula. I think at one point I had 3, just because we had some houses combined, like me and my husband combining things, and I don't know exactly why I had 3 spatulas, but I had a look at what the spatulas were, and I actually narrowed it down to only 2, because one spatula was metal and I had a certain use for that spatula, and another plastic one I had so it wouldn't scratch my non-stick kitchenware. But the 3rd spatula, I had no use for that at all, so I got rid of that. I also use numbers to declutter my clothes. So we have 7 days in a week. So for example, I make sure I have at least 7 pairs of underwear, because usually you only use 1 pair of underwear a day, but then I would have, say, 2 or 3 spares just in case, accidents do happen, or in case I miss out on doing the washing that day because something's come up, or it's been raining and it hasn't been able to dry. So when you're decluttering, think of how much you actually use the item and how many you actually need. Like, you don't need 20 shirts all the same. You probably, if you don't want to wash too often, you might want to go to 14. That's what I do with my kids. I try to have 2 weeks worth of clothes for my kids, because they do often sometimes wear 2 sets of clothes a day because they get dirty. And so use those numbers as a way to make sure that you definitely have enough and you have them for the right uses, and get rid of, donate, give away all of the superfluous numbers of items that you don't need. Anyway, let us know what you thought of that tip. Let us know how you've implemented it for your decluttering, and follow us, email us. We'd love to hear from you, actually, particularly when you email us, and we will reply to you. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to us for all our weekly videos and leave a comment of what you thought underneath. Have a good week. Bye.